You laugh with her like it's something cute. I trace the edge of the marble bar, pretend I don't care who you think you are. Her perfume lingers in the air, your wandering gaze says you're aware. I tilt my chin, let my silence speak. A little fire beneath my cheek, it's just a flicker in my chest. A tiny storm I won't confess. It's only a touch of jealousy, a shimmer underneath my dignity. I smile like I'm above the game while calling out your name. It's just a spark, a subtle sting, a bitter taste in everything you say. She's just a passing face, but I can read the space between the way you lean too far and how you forget where we are. It's only a touch of jealousy, but it's dancing all over me. The band plays low, bass sliding deep. I guard my pride like secrets I keep. Your hand brushes hers in a careless glide, and something reckless wakes inside. I take a sip, let it burn, watch to see which way you turn. She whispers close, you bend to hear, and suddenly I want you near. I hate how much it matters now. Still I hold my ground. It's only a touch of jealousy, a shimmer underneath my dignity. I laugh like it's a silly thing while feeling everything. It's just a shade across my grin, a quiet war I fight within. You swear there's nothing going on, that I'm the only one. Yet in the way your fingers stray, there's something you don't say. It's only a touch of jealousy, but it's taken over me. One sharp glance across the room. Perfume, tension, blooming dew. It's more than a touch of jealousy, it's burning through what's left of me. I hold my pose like I'm in control while losing soul by soul. It's not a game, it's not a tease, it's falling to my knees. You say she's just a harmless spark, but I can feel the dark in how you linger when she speaks, and how my confidence leaks. It's more than a touch of jealousy, it's carving its mark on me. You walked in wearing trouble on your grin, leather gloves and a reckless hem. Bar stool turned just half my way, like you knew I'd make you stay. Rouge on my lips, crime scene red. A single glance and the rules all fled. Your drink untouched, your eyes on me. Two outlaws in plain sight. Free one look, that's the sign. Your alibi meets mine. We're partners in crime for this one-night affair, stealing kisses underneath the chandelier. Your hand in my waist like a loaded gun, a perfect hit, and then we run. Whispers traded like contraband, fingerprints traced by a daring hand. We break the law of common sense, jump the fence of innocence. Let the city talk, let the rumors spin, leave no trace of where we've been. This dim room thick with sin, you and I let the night begin. Partners in crime till the morning chime, crossing that thin white line. Second pour and your ties undone, my high heels tapping like a drum. Your laughter low, a velvet thread, a bet we haven't lost just 'cause yeah, you slide a note across the bar. 3 little words and a drawn out star. I read your script without a pause. We don't need a cause. Heartbeat out of line. Your danger fits with mine. We're partners in crime for this one night affair. Trading vows we'll never declare. Your breath on my neck like smoke and gin. Poison pulling me deeper in. Hands mapping forbidden zones. Turning murmurs into moans. We gamble how we roll the dice. Temptation served on ice. Let the world fade far behind. We won't rewind. In this back room state of mind, our shadows perfectly aligned. Partners in crime till the morning chime. Crossing that thin white line. Sirens in the street. Your heartbeat under my seat. We're fugitives tonight in this one night affair. Hearts on the table, stripped and bare. You're touching my waist like a drawn steel blade. A risk we're glad we made. Confessions spilled with a crooked grin. Let the sweetest trouble begin. We break the lock, we own the key. Writing our own decree. Crazy talk, let the rumors spin. They won't know where we've been. In this dark room thick with sin, you and I refuse to pretend. Fugitives till the morning shine. Dancing on that line just for tonight. Your crime is mine. Your crime is mine. You took the seat beside me, coat still on. Rain on your shoulders, almost gone. Bartender poured what you didn't say. I felt your stare drift my way. No introduction, just a grin. Like we both knew where this could begin. Your hand brushed mine by accident. We let that moment represent. Don't ask, don't tell. We're doing this well. We don't need names for what we're doing here. Just a taste of whiskey and the heat between these chairs. Your fingers trace patterns on my thigh like signatures that fade by sunrise. No past, no future to defend. Just this touch, we won't pretend. You pull me closer through the crowd of silence, speaking loud, let the world keep track of time. Tonight your lips are touching mine. We're riding sparks in the dark unknown. A story that won't be overthrown. We don't need names, we don't need plans. Just tangled hearts and reckless hands. Your phone lights up, you turn it down. I spin my glass, you watch it round. A secret living in your smile. Danger dressed in easy style. You say, let's keep it undefined. I answer with my hand and yours entwined. No last dreams, no history, just chemistry. No questions why. Just you and I. We don't need names for what we're doing here. Just the rhythm of breath drawing near. Your jacket and trembling hands. Midnight leaning heavy on the bar, city fading somewhere far. Your reflection in your glass, watching me as minutes pass. My heel hooked on the stool, playing calm, playing cool. But your knee is brushing mine, crossing that invisible line. Closer than before, we're wanting more. The deeper the night, the closer we get. Breath on breath in a silhouette. Your chest slides nearer to mine. Two shadows starting to intertwine. Your voice drops down an octave low, saying things we shouldn't show. My hand rests near your thigh, neither of us asking why. The deeper the dark, the thinner the air. Your fingers wandering through my hair. Room spinning, softer hearts in sync, standing right on the brink. The deeper the night, the closer we stay, letting distance drift away. Second bottle breathing on the table, your touch becoming less unstable. My dress falling off one shoulder seam, you watching like a waking dream. Your knuckles tracing up my arm, measured steady, full of charm. I tilt my head, invite you near, your whisper burning in my ear. Time losing track, we won't pull back. The deeper the night, the closer we move. Bodies finding a hidden groove. Your hand firm at my waist, closing in with patient taste. My lips hover by your cheek, strong and weak. Your breath warm along my neck. A promise neither will reject. The darker it gets, the tighter we hold. Stories in silence told. The deeper the night, the less we pretend. Where you begin and I end. Let's go down the hall, still we don't fall. Now the night has wrapped us tight, nothing left but us inside. Your chest pressed close to mine, crossing that final line. Hands no longer hesitate, tempting fate. Your mouth brushing near my own, claiming what was overthrown. The darker the hours, the nearer we stay. All the distance swept away. The deeper the night, the more we confess. Entangled breath and dress. Now the night has pulled us through until there's only me and you. Crystal glass between us, amber on your lips. Smoke clouds in the corner, saxophone drips. Your fingers trace the rim slow and deliberate. My dress clings close, temptation articulate. A silver laugh escapes, low and hushed. Your stare holds mine, hunger brushed across the bar. We play pretend, two strangers leaning toward the bend. Closer through reflection, heat and suspension. Through the glass, your eyes undress my mind. A silent conversation, reckless and refined. Lipstick on the crystal, promising the wine. Breath upon the surface, drawn a secret sign. You move a little nearer, chair against the floor. Heart beat in my throat, asking for more. Your voice like aged bourbon, smooth and slow, saying what your hands are aching to show. Across this tiny dissolves in rhythm. Time begins to blur. Your thumb along the stem makes the room stir. A crimson hill beneath the bar taps in code. You read the message in the way I hold my shoulders, bare perfume in the air. You lean close enough to share a whisper brushed against my ear, saying what we came to hear. Breath against my neck, waters start to red. Through the glass your eyes undress my mind. A daring conversation, wicked and refined. Lipstick on the crystal, promising the wine. Breath upon the surface, drawing a secret sign. He finds mine beneath the bar. Distance fading, gone too far. Your voice like aged bourbon, deep and slow, telling me things only grown hearts understand. Across this tiny table, sparks align. Your gaze wrapped tight around mine. In this grown-up game, we both confess. Tension rising with each caress. Last call echoing low. Your hand asking me to go. Through the glass, your eyes undress my mind. A fearless conversation, raw, refined. Lipstick on the crystal, fire in the wine. Breath upon the surface, right in our sign. You stand a little near, a chair against the floor. My heartbeat in my throat, begging for more. Your voice like aged bourbon, dark and slow, spelling out a path we both can follow. Across this tiny table, fatal lines. Your gaze wrapped tight around mine. In this late night play, we both confess. Tension breaking into one long kiss. Through the glass, our worlds combine. Heat and rhythm intertwine. This grown-up spark we can never repress, burning deeper with each caress. Yeah. Saxophone breathing through a cloud of blue. Bassline walking me closer to you. Candle on the table flickers in your eyes. Your fingers tap as secrets in the sky. My dress lips soft against the chair. Your stare saying you're aware. Trumpet crying low and deep while promises begin to creep. Hear that rhythm start. It's coming from your heart. Soft jazz playing by your heartbeat drums. Underneath the table where the tension hums. Piano falling like a lover's sigh, matching the heat in your reply. Your chest so close, I feel the sound. A steady throb beneath the ground. Brass and breath are intertwined. Your tempo syncing up with mine. Let the melody take control. Slide through body and soul. In this room where shadows move, we find a private groove. Soft jazz playing while your heartbeat drums. That's where this feeling comes. Second set and the singer croons. Smoke curling lazy tunes. You lean in, your tie undone. I do it, just begun. Your palm resting near my knee, close enough to set me free. Drums brushing with a gentle sweep while we fall too deep. Closer than before. I can feel you more. Soft jazz playing while your heartbeat drums. goes across the bar. Rum and citrus in a mason jar. I see you grin before you speak, the kind of charm that makes me weak. My lipstick stain on the rim. You watch me take a sip, then him. The way your words slide down my ear, warmer than the drink I steer. Say it once again, let it sink right in. Your whisper sweeter than a cocktail glass, richer than the sugar on its rim. Obsessed, pour it closer to my ear. That velvet tone I want to hear. Liquor burns but you ignite something deeper with each bite. Your breath tracing down my spine like aged rum mixed with lime. Keep talking low and sinful soft. Lift me higher than the alcohol loft. Second round, your chair draws near. Your murmur curling crystal clear. Mint and bourbon on your tongue. Promises left unsung. You brush my hair behind my ear. Let a secret hover there. My laughter falls into your chest. You know exactly what comes next. Closer than a sip, your words on my lip. Your whisper sweeter than the cocktail glass, stronger than the bourbon splash. You lean so close I barely breathe. Honey syllables up your sleeve. Ice dissolves inside my cup, but you are what I'm drinking up. Your consonants against my throat, a velvet coated antidote. Let the room dissolve from view. It's only me and you. Your whisper sweeter than what I taste, a craving I embrace. Keep talking low and sinful soft. Take me higher than the rooftop loft. One word in my ear, and I'm right here. Your whisper sweeter than a cocktail glass, sweeter than sugar, sweeter than sass. Ooh, closer than any drink could be. You pour that sound all over me. Liquor fades, but you remain a velvet echo in my brain. Your breath resting on my cheek, making strong knees weak. Let the bottles line the wall, I don't need them at all. Your whisper sweeter than what I taste. No drop goes to waste. Keep talking low, don't let it end. Let your mouth be my sweetest blend. I see your tumble sings against the glass. Low breath humming while the minutes pass. Your cufflinks flash as you lift your drink. I catch your step before you even think. Cherry stain on the edge of mine. Two shadows leaning past the line. Your smirk writes trouble in the air. I answer back without a care. Clock hands moving slow. We both already know. Tell me all your secrets till the ice is gone. Let them float between us all night long. Drops running down like a silver trace. Heat rising up in the small dark space. Your voice pours heavy, dark and sweet. Then it's soft in my crossfeet. You trace the rim while I bite my lip. True sliding with each sip. Let the cold fade like you already understand. Smoke is rising from the flame, but it don't hit the same. The way you lock into my eyes leaves me paralyzed. Amber drowning in the glass, still your stare outlast. That drink's strong, but you're stronger, holding me a little longer. Proof running high in the air, still I feel you there. It's not the liquor on my lips, it's the way your focus grips like a fire I can't outrun. Loaded like a smoking gun, bartender pouring one more round. Yet I'm the one spellbound. That drink's strong, but you're stronger, and I'm falling under. Ice cracks sharp against the rim. Room goes hazy, edges dim, but through the blur I see you clear. Standing closer than you appear. You don't touch, you don't speak, still you've got me feeling weak. Heat rising up my spine, and it's not from the wine. Let them toast and let them cheer. I only feel you here. That drink's strong, but you're stronger, pulling me a little longer. Spirits heavy in my chest, still you hear me best. It's not the rum, it's not the rye, it's the hunger in your eye, like a terror across the bar, telling me who you are. They can line the bottles tall, you outshine them all. That drink's strong, but you're stronger, and I don't wanna sober. One glance I lose my ground. No touch, yet I'm bound. Now the drink is just a shadow in my hand. You're the force I can't withstand. Proof and fire fade away when you look my way. It's not the buzz inside my veins, it's the tension in the reins. From across this crowded room, you seal my fate too soon. Let the bottles crash and pour, I don't need them anymore. Now the drink is just a shadow in my hand when your gaze makes it stand. Low, low, low jazz drifting from the corner stage. Amber liquor resting on the page of a napkin where you draw your name. Like a spark about to turn to flame, you lean closer, voice like smoke, trading truths in coded joke. My fingers circle round the rim as the air grows warm and dim. It's just a shade above the light, a soft degree too high tonight. We're talking with a fever underneath, breathing close between our teeth. Words dressed up in tailored grace, but heat is rising in this place. It's just a conversation so refined, your tension's woven through each line. You say it's harmless, just debate, but our eyes communicate across the table, knee to knee. There's more than what appears to be. We're talking with a fever underneath, and it's getting hard to speak. The bartender pretends he doesn't see how you you tilt your chair toward me. Your laughter lingers just too long, like a note inside a song. I let my heel brush your shoe, as though it slipped, but we both knew the space between us disappears. Whispers meant for eager ears. We keep it cool in what we say, while something reckless slips away. We're talking with a fever underneath, breathing close between our teeth. Sentences that curve and bend as boundaries start to end. It's just a dialogue so mature, yet nothing here feels pure. You ask about my favorite wine, I read the subtext in each line. Across the table, knee to knee, there's more than one appears to be. We're talking with a fever underneath, and it's pulling at the sheet. Lowered tones will soften grin. Let the dangerous talk begin. Now we're burning with that fever underneath, barely space between our breath and speech. No more hiding in clever phrases or masking sparks in smoky hazes. It's more than cultured repartee. It's rolling like electricity. You trace a circle on my hand, like both of us understand. Across this turmoil, knee to knee, we've crossed into intensity. Now we're burdened with that fever underneath, and surrender tastes so sweet. Piano weeping in the corner haze, whiskey circling an amber glaze. I step up to the microphone with scars that feel like home. Red lips wrapped around the truth, wearing heartbreak like a tailored suit. Eyes half closed but wide within, where all memories begin. There's a crack beneath the smile. Stay with me a while. This blues is touching on the bruise inside, tracing where I used to hide. Fingers running down a broken seam, waking up a fragile dream. It rolls through hips and down my spine like smoke curling in the wine. You think it's just another song I choose, but I'm bleeding through these blues. Each note falls heavy, thick and deep, stirring ghosts I couldn't keep. This blues is touching on the bruise inside, and I'm done trying to do it now. Spotlight catching tear-line grace, shadow carving out my face. Hearts have held me far too tight, left their fingerprints inside. I let the melody undress all the hurt I can't repress. He sits close but far away, listening to what I won't say. There's a tremble in my breath, dancing with regret. This blues is touching on the bruise inside, pulling back the doors I tied, sliding through the cracks of doubt, turning me inside out. It moves like heat across the floor. show, but now you know each note cuts deeper than before, leaving pieces on the floor. Now this blues is living in the bruise inside, and I wear it like my crown tonight. One red fabric pouring down my frame, like a whispered dare without a name. Heels echo on the polished floor, all eyes leaning for more. Lipstick deep as sage and merlot, I let the tension grow. You trace a curve from afar, like reading who I am. One step closer, hold that stare. Heat rising in the air. This wine red dress is calling out tonight, painting hunger in plain sight. Clinging to the way I move, daring you to prove. It's lighting like a dangerous flame, playing with your aim. I see it written in your eyes. You're caught in my design, from collarbone to parted thigh. I feel your questions why. This wine red dress is calling out tonight, and I wear it just to ignite. Candle flicker on my shoulder line, tracing curves like vintage wine. You try to speak, then lose the thread while watching where I tread. My laughter falls low and deep, promises it doesn't keep. I cross my legs and let it show exactly what you want to know. Breath uneven, glance delayed, temptation finally made. This one red dress is taking control, wrapping around my soul. It brushes close with velvet grace, setting pace to pace. You follow every subtle turn, feel the way I burn. It's not the words I let you hear, it's how I draw you near, from fingertip to lingering kiss, balanced on the edge of bliss. This wine red dress is taking control and pulling you into the roar. Fabric slipping off my shoulder seam, living out your dream. Now this one red dress is all you see, like a spell wrapped over me. It moves with rhythm, bold and tight, owning all the room tonight. You're breathing in the shaded cast, hoping this will last. From the curve of hip to lifted chin, I let you wander in. It's not just cloth against my frame, it's gasoline on flame. Now this wine red dress is all you see, and it's undressing you with me. Cologne cuts through the crowded room, my perfume rising like a bloom. Smoke and amber in the air, something reckless lingers there. You lift your glass, I breathe you in, a smoky trace beneath my grin. Our shadows meet before we do, sense already intertwined. It's true, close enough to taste, nothing goes to waste. Perfume and whiskey in the air tonight, blending into something we can't fight. You're press close against my throat. Spirits and flowers softly float. You lean in deep, I close my eyes, breathing in your sweet disguise. Oaken rows and tangled streams, turning glances into dreams. Let the room fade out of view. All I smell is you. Perfume and whiskey in the air tonight. That's how we spark the fire just right. Second pour attention grows, your jacket brushing past my clothes. My fragrance clings to your sleeve, a trace you're taking when you leave. You whisper low beside my ear, your breath warm, drawing near. Bar lights flicker on your face. We're wrapped inside the scented space, closer than before, craving something more. Perfume and whiskey in the air tonight, mixing wrong and making it right. Your collar carries what I wear. I feel your presence everywhere. A hint of smoke, a touch of bloom, filling up this private room. Your hand rests firm upon my waist, desire moving at its own pace. 1,000 I'll disappear. All I need is here. Perfume and whiskey in the air tonight, sealing this heat tight. Last sip, glasses low, sense refuse to go. Perfume and whiskey still in the air tonight, clinging to sheets and dim hallway light. Your scent woven into my hair, proof that you were there. Oaken petals on my dress, lingering under my caress. Your breath tracing down my spine, leaving that smoky sign. Let the memory stay on my clothes long after the door is closed. Perfume and whiskey in the air tonight. That's how we fade from sight. There's a ticking on the wall behind the bar, but it don't move the way we are. Crowded room, glasses raised till we stand inside a haze. You lean in close, cufflinks gleam, like we stepped into a different dream. Outside the city rushes on, here the hurry's gone. Hands almost touching air, like we're suspended there. Our clock runs softer than the rest, beating underneath my dress, while the whole world races fast. We let this moment last, minutes melting in your gaze, stretching out in tender ways. They can chase tomorrow's scheme. We're caught inside a velvet scene, breath to breathe, so near, so true. Time bends only for us two. Our clock runs softer than the rest, living in the space we've pressed. Bartender calling out last round, but we don't hear a sound. Candle sinking into wax as my fingers trace your tracks. You brush a strand from off my face, like there's nowhere else to chase. Doors may close and taxis wait, still we hesitate. Hearts moving out of phase, lost in this borrowed day. Our clock runs softer than the rest, circling inside my chest, while the outside pushes through. We rewrite what's true, hours dripping from the air. seated where the shadows blend, like trouble dressed as a friend. My heel marks a measured line, closer to the edge of fine bass, breathing under sin, drawing both of us in. We know this isn't wise, still we don't look twice. We're moving to a sinful tempo, hearts hanging in the limbo. Too late to call it innocent, too close to call it accident. It's dragging like a heavy chain, sweet and laced with danger stain. From the corner of my mouth to the way your head south. This rhythm ain't polite or clean, it slips between what's seen. We move into a sinful tempo and letting no restraint go. Glasses sweating on the bar, distance shrinking inch by far. You don't speak, you just exhale and watch my armor fail. Fingers tapping on your thigh like a code we both deny. The band keeps playing deep and low, giving cover to the show. One step past the line, crossing into mine. We're moving to a sinful tempo, breathing soft and echo to echo. Not fast enough to run away, not still enough to stay. It lingers on a loaded beat, where hunger and permission meet. From the curve of leaning in to the slide of my grin, this rhythm ain't a safe embrace, it's written on your face. We're moving to a sinful tempo and letting no restraint go. Hold me in that drawn out space, sin written on my face. Now we're drowning in that sinful tempo, hearts caught in the undertow. Too deep to turn around, too lost to be found. It stretches like a whispered vow that we shouldn't allow. From the press of knee to knee to what we're bound to be. This rhythm isn't asking why, it's daring us to try. Now we're drowning in that sinful tempo and neither wants to let go. Candle shadows on the wall, bourbon in my glass. He's leaning close, letting compliments pass. A silver circle flashing when he lifts his drink. I trace the rim, pretending not to think. Low piano humming what we shouldn't start. He talks in riddles, I answer with a spark. Lipstick secrets on a linen napkin line, playing reckless with the borrowed kind of time. I see that bend when he moves his hand. Still, I let the moment stand. I'm acting like I don't see the ring on his hand, like it's just another piece of a careless man. Laughing a little too close in the smoky room, letting temptation bloom. I'm dancing on a dangerous edge of flame, calling this thrill by another name. He says he's just here for a drink and a song, and I keep playing along while that circle shines like a warning sign. I cross that fragile line. I'm acting like I don't see the ring on his hand, and that makes me guilty and grand. I mouse down and so do rules. His tie hangs loose, we play the fool. Story spilling softer than the blaze, heat rising in the space between our faces. He says it's harmless, just a friendly tone, but there's a hunger neither has outgrown. My heel slides closer to his chair, truth is breathing in the air. That tiny bend catches my eye, still I give it one more try. It's just another piece of a careless man, hanging on the edge of what's polite, letting wrong feel right. I'm tracing lines down his sleeve so thin, letting trouble settle in. He says this bar is just a place to hide from what waits outside, while that circle shines like a warning sign. I crossed that fragile line. I'm back to Mike, I don't see the rain on his hand, and that makes me wicked and grim. One more sip, one more glance, one more risky chance. I'm done pretending I don't see the ring on his hand. Still I reach out like I just don't understand, like the truth is softer than this shell, like nobody cares. A balance ain't high on a wire, softened with a burning grin. He whispers promises dressed in sin that I left them in. That circle gleams like a judge in the dark. Still I strike the spark. I'm done pretending I don't see the ring on his hand, and that makes me shattered and grand. Piano breathing in the corner shade, bass line slipping through the masquerade. I hold the mic like fragile glass, let a fragile silence pass. You sit where shadows kiss your face, watching me with measured grace. Between the chords that fade too soon, something bloom in the space where symbols die. Truth begins to rise. It falls between the notes we play, in the gaps where words decay. Something real slips from my tongue before it can be undone. Not dressed up in smoky charm, not shielded from the harm, just a fragile piece of me breaking free. While the band keeps holding tight, I loosen up my guard tonight. It falls between the notes we play, and suddenly I cannot look away. Glasses clink and laughter bends over melodies that never end. I sing a line too close to home and feel it in my bones. You shift like you just understood that this ain't just sounding good. There's a tremor in my breath, speaking what I never said. When the drums step back a while, you can see beneath the smile. It falls between the notes we play, in the hush that makes me stay. Something raw without disguise, burning in my eyes. Not a story dressed in rhyme, not a clever line, just a fragment of the truth letting loose. While the rhythm holds the frame, I whisper out your name. It falls between the notes we play, and there's nothing left to fake. When the music pulls away, close beside my glass, not touching yet it feels so rushed. A single inch between our rings, thicker than forbidden things. Your thumb moves slightly, stops mid-air, like you're testing what we dare. I tilt my chin, pretend I don't see the way you're reaching out for me. So close, it almost burns, a lesson never learned. Fingertips almost touching across the bar, a tiny space that feels too far. Static rising in between, the sharpest tension I have seen. Your knuckles brush against my sleeve, just enough to make me breathe. We trace the outline of a spark, drawing fire in the dark. Not a kiss, not quite a sin, just where restraint and heat begin. Hold it there, don't let it start this aching art. Fingertips almost touching across the bar, that's where the dangerous moments are. You slide your